It's airing. We'll get some new. All right, it's 7. All right, I don't know if you guys saw that at home, but it's 7:30 on this Thursday night, and that means it's time to find out if you guys like it or not. I'm producer Chris, and tonight we are talking about everything from saying yes to the dress, and then the other dress, and then the dress after that. Whether you'd rather have cash bonus or more paid time off, the grocery store divider debate, and much, much more. And as of course, as always, I want to know what you guys think. So I need you to join us live. Jim, let's talk about how you can do it. We're streaming, so there are a lot of different ways. If you're watching on YouTube, you know you can leave some comments on the chat. We always appreciate West Virginia Ben, Laura, and all our other regulars who do so. If you're watching on the Fox Local app on your connected TV, you can make it a two-screen experience. Just grab your phone, scan the QR code, and get those hot takes ready. If you're watching on our website, fox5dc.com, or you're watching Fox Local Mobile, and you can't scan the QR code that's on the screen right now, but you want to join the Zoom room, you can go over to my Instagram account, Fox by Producer Chris. We got a link posted at the top. We also have a link in our broadcast channel. That's through Fox 5 DC's Instagram page. Our broadcast channel also where we post some topics a little earlier. And so you can check that out as well. Leave some comments and we'll read those on the air in just a little bit. We'll check in with all our virtual co-hosts in just a second as well. First, though, we have to say hello to our in-studio one. Please welcome back our Zoom Room MVP, the OG, Allison Gaither Crawford. Allison, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Good to see you as well.
Yes, I want to do.
In the meantime, but thank you so
You're
much.
so
How
welcome.
have you been? Up and moving, most importantly.
Oh, thank God. Oh, my gosh. I'm not a be still person, Chris. It has been so hard. I broke my foot. You know, I was in the bed for 2 weeks, and day 3, I cried like a baby because I just wanted to clean. And you know what I did today? I cleaned up for like 3 hours because I'm like, I miss bleach. I miss moving. I miss and my kids have been taking care of everything. Shout out my kids. I love you guys. All the cooking, all the cleaning, medicine, they've done it all. So I'm just so grateful.
Right, and that's
Thank you.
I'm taking pointers where I can, folks.
Yes,
so thank
yes.
you so much. All right, you ready to dive in?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it. And first up, we're talking about saying yes to the dress. You remember that show. It was a classic. But just saying yes to one dress is old news. Now we're talking about saying yes to the dresses. The New York Times says more and more couples are turning their weddings into fashion extravaganzas as weddings stretch into full weekend productions with welcome parties, rehearsals, after parties, brunches. Designers say they're no longer creating a single wedding dress, they're building an entire wedding wardrobe. As a result, brides are buying more than one dress to celebrate the occasion and making time for multiple outfit changes. Fans say it's less about changing outfits and more about telling a story, with each look marking a different moment. So Allison, saying yes to the dresses, do you like this trend or not?
I love it. I did this for my 50th birthday. I had a very big party and I wore different dresses. I walked in, of course, with a satin jumpsuit, and then I switched into an evening gown down to the floor, and then I had my freakum dress on at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got to have multiple because the story is what needs to be told. Those are memories that you're going to have forever. I'm here for it.
Okay, so weddings are already expensive and wedding dresses are expensive. So if you're building in multiple outfits, are you spending as big on each one, or is there the main one and then maybe some?
Start looking at least a year ahead of time so you have plenty of time. And if you need to splurge on a dress or two, do it. It's your moment.
Yeah, that is true. All right, I know my wife did have an outfit change midway through, and I was in charge of trying to unbutton the first one, and I was quickly replaced because I did a terrible job. I had also maybe had a few drinks. Let's head into the Lion Zoom room. Christina and Eddie, what married couple in there. Christina and Eddie have been married for 25 years. Were multiple dresses a thing when you guys tied the knot?
No, I wore my prom dress for my wedding, my first. But I will tell you this: we've had multiple weddings.
Okay.
So we had our first wedding, $99. We had our second wedding. It was a vow renewal, and I had one dress, but I changed it to an after party dress. And then we had our third wedding, which was a Disney Fairy Tale wedding. So I've had 3 dresses, 3 different weddings. Yeah, I'm all for the multiple dresses because, yeah, why not? And plus, you know, there's also like rehearsal dresses. And so, yeah, I'm for it. Like, this is your moment. I'm with Allison. Do it. Plus, I'm an Aries, go big or go home.
The only downsides of that is that when you're trying to sell those dresses to someone else, because once you wear them once, you just put them in the closet, you don't see them for years. So when you're trying to resell it, you're not going to get your money back.
That's true.
So, that's the point I look at.
That's what he looks at.
Always
like
looking
right now,
at
I'm selling a wedding dress. If anybody needs one, I'm selling one.
Hey, hi, Allison.
Hello.
Hey guys.
Just establishing 3 weddings, but same groom each time, right, Christina?
Yes.
Same
Hello.
group,
So, all right, same groom each time. All right, who else we got in the Zoom room? Ashley? Ashley's in the Zoom room tonight. Ashley, how are you?
I'm good.
Where are you
How are
watching
you
from?
guys? I am in Woodbridge.
Woodbridge. Well, thank you so much for joining us. The idea of saying yes to the dresses when it comes to a wedding, do you like it or not?
Honestly, I would probably just do a wedding dress and then the change for the reception, because you got to be comfortable when you're dancing and eating, you know, but you got to look good for the wedding.
Yeah, I also like the idea of having a backup on hand, because if I'm wearing white and I can only speak for myself, disaster is going to be following close
Every time.
behind. David's in the Zoom room. David, from a practical standpoint, do you like the idea of saying yes to multiple dresses?
Why do I have to be answered from a practical standpoint, Chris?
Because you are my practical, you
You're
are my
putting me in a
reliable
box. You're
practical
putting me in a
person.
box already. From a practical standpoint, it's horrendous, Chris. Who would, like multiple changes? You're spending all your time in the wardrobe, and no time at the party. But women seem to like these things, Chris. I don't know if you noticed. Somebody's watching all these red carpet shows. They're on the air for some reason.
That's
so
right.
women get a kick out of it, more the power to them. Let them enjoy.
I'll be honest with you. I am one of the people watching those red carpet shows. I'm obsessed with them. I love them, and I can't wait for the next one. I'm sure the Oscars are right around the corner, and I will be tuned in and locked in. Thank you, everyone, for weighing in on that one. Let's go from weddings to work now, and this is the story we posted in our broadcast channel earlier. Wall Street Journal writing about the debate some workers now face, and let me just establish, this isn't the worst decision to be faced with. This is really first world problems. The paper says a cash bonus or more vacation time. That is the debate. Which would you prefer and why? The paper says for many people, cash is no longer king. In fact, they cite new research that shows bonuses make people feel more like a cog in a wheel. As a result, more people end up choosing the extra time off instead. Like I said, we posted this in the broadcast channel. We got some thoughts on it. Freddie says, I would say more paid time off. Money is great, but time off lets you rest, reset, and actually enjoy life. A bonus goes fast, and time off can last longer. Howard Morris Garages says, historically paid time off, however, not relevant to my situation at the moment as I was RIF'd from the CDC by the HHS, along with the majority of my office. Sorry to hear that. Susan R. Carter says, bonus, I have plenty of PTO hours. Also, Chanelli, tough question. I will have to go with the paid time off. I think we all deserve more time instead of getting 15 days a year. Leonard, a cash bond because you can pay your own way out. So yeah, it's better. And Mary McShane goes with the paid time off. Allison, I know you don't like to sit still. You have established that already.
True.
So are you going the cash or are you going the paid time off?
Show me the money. I like the cash because for one, I have over 500 vacation hours right now. I don't take vacation. I'll do like a daycation, so I don't need paid time off. I can do whatever I need to do on a Saturday or a Sunday. Like, give me the money.
Give her the money. You heard it right there. Christina and Eddie, do you agree with Allison? Would you rather have the money or would you rather have the PTO?
Straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie.
Yeah, cash is king. I'll take the money any day because why? Inflation. Yeah, I want the money. Especially if you're not giving me a raise, then that bonus definitely comes in handy with the family and all of the expenses that are increasing right now.
Yeah, right now I get 24 days off, so I don't need any more than that.
Okay.
Nah, just give me the money.
That's fair. David in the Zoom room. David, are you taking the cash or are you taking the time off?
Yeah, in this case, I'm taking the cash. I got plenty of time off. More time off not going to help me, but I'll take the money. Now, if for people out there who only get like 2 weeks vacation a year, 10 days paid or 17 days or 14 days across 2 weeks, man, I take the paid time off if I'm in that situation.
Yeah, the problem I tend to run into is that even if they offer the paid time off, I sometimes feel guilty actually taking it, and I know that's a me problem, and I know I need to get over that. Ashley, are you taking the cash or are you taking the time off?
I am taking the cash. I am with everybody. I have enough days off at my job. And sorry, my daughter's
That's okay.
coming in. I'm taking the cash.
I'm Kevin.
Kevin, are you taking the cash or are you taking the time off?
The cash.
He's taking the cash as well. All right, the one person in the Zoom room that I know for a fact said the PTO is Freddie. Freddie, you disagree with everyone so far.
Actually, I do disagree. I prefer more paid time off. Let's say if I'm still working, if I need paid time off, who knows? I need more money with that.
Yeah.
And how you doing, Allison? Good to see you.
Hey,
in the
Freddie.
studio.
How you doing, friend?
I'm doing great.
Good.
It's good to see you on the studio.
Thank you. Good.
Of Glorilla, because according to the rapper's sister, yes, you should be supporting your family. Her sister took to social media calling out the star for allegedly not supporting their family financially. She says Glow gives her friends expensive things, but their mother is still working at FedEx. She also took issue with Glorilla gifting their father a Jaguar, but not providing the gas. So, this set off a firestorm on social media, as you can imagine. Glorilla fired back, sharing a screenshot of her family appearing to thank her for the support that she has offered. So, a little bit of a she said. Allison, supporting family when you hit it big, do you like this or not? And is there a line?
Oh, there's definitely a line, and I have a lot of lines, Chris. And this is what I'll tell you. You have to go through something to know who you are going to support from your family. I have learned this recently from my family and friends. You don't owe anybody anything if you feel that you want to bless somebody, because they can come up just like you did. She has a talent, maybe her family doesn't have that same talent, but she doesn't owe them. Maybe mom and dad, if they raised you right, but you don't have to give, the sisters and the cousins and gas up the car. It's like, if I give you $100 bill, that's what you get and that's it. But I'll take care of my children, a couple cousins and an aunt, but other than that, No.
I am fascinated by, I'm just going to use the word audacity to be like, you gave me a Jaguar, but you didn't help me fill the gas tank?
I would go pick my Jaguar up.
Yeah, I'm taking it back at that point. Christina and Eddie, do you agree? Is there a line? Should you support your family, and is there a line at how far is too far?
I think there's boundaries. Yeah, I think it's cool to like share in some great times together and give folks an opportunity to do things they may not been able to do, and we've done that with our family. But then we also have some folks that have been very entitled, and they just feel like, oh, well, you're supposed to do this. Like the family member said, well, you should have gave me gas, and you should have did this, and it's like, hey, I'm trying to do something nice here. So yeah, I think there's a boundary, and yeah, the entitlement part isn't very nice.
So how many family members, when they got like a good bonus or a check, call you and say, hey, I got some extra money. Did you need something to bill? Even though you don't. Or they gonna call you. I never had no one do that. So kick rocks.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Kick rocks, Eddie's quote of the night. And look, at a certain point, Chad, in the Zoom room, doesn't it start to seem ungrateful for what they did give you?
Yeah, that's it. I'm coming in towards the tail end of this, but yeah, I would love to have the opportunity to be that generous for them. I would be generous for my family. I don't have a big family, but I proceed just taking a little bit for myself and just spreading up. But yeah, what was it? Somebody didn't give him a Jag and complained that they didn't fill the tank up? Is that what's going on here?
That was part of it. There was more to it than that, but that is part of it. And look, there obviously, if you get too generous, David, you can end up like MC Hammer, and you're basically broke because you gave everybody on your entourage everything.
Ah, that's a great reference there, MC Hammer. But I was gonna hit you with the philosopher 50 Cent, who said he made it out the hood. Now they're trying to draw him back, right? You know, the struggle is real. I tell you, like these people in these situations, yeah, like Chad, I'd love to be in that situation myself. But I think you do have to pay back a little bit to the people who supported you before you got big, you know. And so what I'd recommend that these people do is take a percentage, whatever their number, whatever the money they made is. Take some percentage, I don't know, I'd say like 5%, and then divide that 5% proportionately to the ones that matter most to them. The mother probably gonna get 3 out of the 5%, and then between your siblings, you know, like split up a 1.5%, something like that. You know, you figure the numbers, but I think you do need to, you know, respect the people that helped support you before you were big, but don't let them bring you back to the hood.
Yeah. I do think, though, at a certain point, it becomes this sort of situation where you did something nice once, and then do they just keep coming back with a hand open, and then it becomes more like a handout. All right, if you're looking to save money, it may be time to drop some subscriptions, at least the paid ones. Business Insider says they have made everything more expensive, from streaming platforms to printers. Take a listen.
People are fed up with subscriptions. Like, take a look at this printer. You could pay $160 for it, or you could subscribe for $8 a month. The subscription locks you into a 2-year commitment, after which you will have spent 20% more than if you just bought the printer outright. It feels like everything is turning into a subscription. Mattress covers, car seat warmers, gaming PCs, exercise bikes. And it's obvious why. Subscriptions make companies a ton of money. But there's also something hidden going on. It's called dark patterns. Sounds spooky, but it's when companies use design tricks to make signing up easy, but canceling difficult.
Allison, do you have a lot of subscriptions, and have you found this to be the case where you end up having to search to cancel or making it too hard to cancel?
I have at one point had a lot of subscriptions. So what I did was every time I get one, like if it's a 7-day trial, I'll put it on my calendar so it will give me an alert a day ahead of time so I don't forget. Because I have forgot before, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm paying for Showtime here, here, and here, and you're spending so much different money you don't even realize it. And I did it the other day too to watch the Grammys. I'm like, I'm sure there was a free way, but I'm like, I don't want to miss the opening act, and moving all fast.
Signed
but
up for that
yeah, it
Paramount Plus
happens.
for your child.
I did.
David, how? Tell the people why they shouldn't do these buy now, pay laters, basically things. Why should we not do these subscriptions?
Because they pile up on you, and they try to charge you. It's kind of like I want to use insurance as I don't have a great example off the top of my head, but only get the subscriptions. If you make a deliberate decision on the subscription that you want, when they start advertising, you subscribe to this, subscribe to that. Next thing you know, you got 15 different things that you don't pay attention to. You're overwhelmed and you're getting tons of junk mail. So be deliberate about your decisions on what subscriptions you're going to get.
Yeah, good advice. Christina and Eddie, do you guys have a lot of subscriptions, and do you find that it ends up costing you big time before you realize you need to start cutting back?
She does. I'm a deleter. I tell her, get off of it. I'll delete everything. Pay with cash, get it over with once and all. But she racks them up.
Yeah, so we have a lot of, and it's mostly the streaming services.
Mm-hmm.
I have like a Peloton service. I have all these things, like he said, and that little clip there. Everything is like, enticing you. Just pay $10 a month, and so I get sucked in. But yeah, I need to cancel it.
And every time I see a new one, I look up at him and like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
They just found another sucker, man. Come on.
Yeah, and like you said, like everyone has said, it's so easy. I did the thing where I like bundled 3 streaming apps together, and paid a little more than any one of them by themselves, but it was cheaper than the 3 added up. And then I realized I was getting charged for one of the other ones still standalone. So I was double dipping. They were double dipping, and I was paying for the exact same app twice. Chad, do you have a lot of subscriptions out there?
I just subscribed to something to tell me how many subscriptions I have.
That's probably a good business idea.
No, I do. I'm on Amazon. I know like those things like razors, because I shave my head. So I do have like a subscription. Like every 2 months, I get razors. And I like that because it just shows up. Because I always forget. I should probably get like laundry detergent. Because I always run out of laundry detergents. Like stuff like that. Like every 2 months, I get like a subscription to it so I don't forget. But I'm very wary of subscriptions because they do pile up, and it's happened.
Speaking of the razors, I'm going to put my wife on blast here for a second because she has a subscription to a similar product, and our cabinet is full because she gets them like every month or whatever, but she doesn't use them. And so it just piles up and piles up and piles up. So she could be probably turning around and selling them to someone else at this point. All right, keep the comments coming on all the stories we've talked about so far. Coming up next, we're talking about the grocery store divider debate. We'll be right back. I'm going to check out here.
Yeah. So what that is, that's
Was it Rocket?
All right, welcome back to Do You Like It or Not on this Friday Eve here with Allison, our Zoom Room MVP. How's it going so far?
It is going good. I'm having a good time, Chris.
All right, well, we appreciate it, and we appreciate you. All right, next up, an interesting debate now trending on TikTok. Where else? focused on the checkout line at the grocery store. So this is for everyone who actually goes and shops in person. Do you put the divider at the end of your groceries when you're finished putting them on the conveyor belt? So you've put all your stuff down, then do you put the divider down so that to separate from the person behind you? Or does the person behind you place the divider before they start putting their groceries onto that conveyor belt? The supermarket etiquette debate sparked a ton of responses. Some people commented saying the responsibility goes to whoever is closest to the divider. That makes sense, sure. But naturally, no one can agree. So Allison, settle this debate for us. Whose responsibility is it?
I think whoever it's more convenient for. So if I'm putting my groceries on, I got a baby in one hand, I got my crutches on the other hand, and then whoever is there, they should be able to grab that. Whoever's closest to it. Like, I like to be the one to do it because I like to be the courteous person there, but sometimes it's like inconvenient to reach it. So yeah, whoever gets there first, grab it.
I feel like I don't make any sort of generalization over like who should, but I definitely do it if I want to be like, oh, that's not mine.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? So like it's more purely based on what the person behind me is bringing to the table, so to speak. Christina and Eddie, how about you guys?
Good.
I think it's to be the person who's up front, like the first person. They should put it just as a courtesy, like, hey, I'm done. These all my order items are finished. Here, you go ahead and put your stuff down. I think it gives them a signal, like, here, you go ahead, you put your stuff down now.
I agree because, you know, if they reach over you, you don't know what kind of odor you're going to get hit with. So, and I've been there. I've been there when someone reached over and bam, there you go. Hello. So yes, it's up to you. I leave it up to you. If there's no divider, I leave a nice little space. But them underarms, man.
That's fair. That's fair. But
I
like
at Walmart, they work. They bad at Walmart. So whatever.
I like what
Yeah,
Christina
so yes, go ahead, Chris.
No, I was going to say, I like what you said too, because when it signals that I'm done putting everything onto that conveyor belt, as opposed to you trying to rush me. David, do you agree?
No, I don't. Like, I totally get it. And the incentive is totally on the person who is being rung up first to put the divider behind them, make sure they don't get the, charged for their stuff, the next person. But the reason I disagree is because there's a lot of times you're the only person at checkout line and nobody comes in behind you, and so then like it's just, you start getting lazy, you don't want to put the divider in behind you and no one's there, so for that reason, the next person that comes up, they should put the divider first, but we all know in situations, like that whoever's coming in behind you starts putting their stuff a little bit too close and you start getting worried that you're going to get charged for something you didn't buy, so totally understandable.
Yeah, so I also like the option of the cashier reaching over and setting it down sometimes as well. That's just me. All right, Valentine's Day, 9 days away. Allison's got her pink on, she's ready. So if you're still looking for that special someone though, heads up and take this with a grain of salt. Cougar relationships are apparently hotter than ever.
Oh.
It's not like they haven't been a thing for a while, but they're hotter than ever. So much so that experts are encouraging older single women to expand the age ranges in their dating app searches. They say allowing yourself to date younger men can lead to unexpected connections, and that younger guys are often less jaded, more open-minded, and more fun than their counterparts. So, Allison, you have said before that you have a limit to how young you would go. But the idea of these cougar relationships, do you like them or not?
It depends on what you're looking for. Now, if you want something physical, go ahead and get you a little young tenderoni. But if you really want somebody that you care about, you might want to stay in your age range if you want it to last. Because somebody younger, there's not always a lot they can teach you. They're not going to understand all the things that you're going through in your age. So yeah, it just depends on what you're looking for.
Depends on what you're looking for. I think that's good advice. Christina and Eddie, do you agree?
I agree with Allison. I think if you're looking for that adventure, looking for that fun times, then yeah, go with the younger guy. Have it be like a little temporary season for that.
But the bad thing about that is that if that young person catches feelings, you're stuck. You're stuck.
True.
So now you got a young issue to deal with. So you got to be careful.
All right, so curveball here. David, is starting to date someone around Valentine's Day a good idea or a bad idea?
I'm gonna say good idea.
Okay.
It you get to the winter like really kind of sucks, and so February is depression is pretty high for most people around then. So good to get out of a slump if you're single or lonely, and meet and get to know someone new around that time. I think it works.
Okay.
Plus
Ashley-
Valentine's Day, you don't get the, some people call it Singles Awareness Day,
Yeah.
because you feel so left out.
Very true.
So cure that disease.
Ashley, do you like the idea of cougar relationships? Still there? Oh, we might have lost her. All right, who do I? Oh, Chad. Chad, you dirty dog.
Laura just walked in. So if Laura got hit by a bus, I guess I can envision me dating like Cher. I'm 57, so I'm 56. So I guess for me to be, if I was like the young one, I would have to be dating like a 75-year-old. So like Cher, Madonna. Yeah, I can see that.
Why is it?
I like it.
Why is it so less popular? Or I mean, I don't even know if that is correct grammatically, but why has it always been more okay for men to date younger women and not necessarily for women to date younger men?
I mean,
Guys
it's
are
okay to
idiots.
do either,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the gender. I say whatever floats your boat, rock it out.
Ever floats your boat. All right. Thank you to everyone who joined us tonight in the Zoom room. As always, thank you to our Zoom room MVP, Allison,
Thank
for
you.
making the trip back in studio. We
I loved
appreciate it so much.
Had a great time. Thank you so much.
Well, we enjoyed having you, and thank you for the gift for baby Harper.
Yes,
We appreciate
absolutely.
it so much. Thank you guys for tuning in, whether you're watching on Fox Local or Fox 5 DC's YouTube page. For producer Jim, I'm producer Chris. We'll be back at 9 o'clock with Tony P. We're talking about the Cupid Undie Run. It seems a little cold out there to be running through the streets here in your underwear,
think
but people
so.
are going to do it anyway. We'll also have the very latest on the search for Savannah Guthrie's mom. Coming up next, Fox 5 News at 8. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. Have a good one.